Why, hello. Hey, how's my YouTube friends? Welcome back. My name is Danielle Coleman. You are here at Dee's Creative Corner, and I am a Creative Memories independent consultant. Today we're going to do a quick flip through of one of my first 8x8 albums, and I'm going to show you a little bit. It's a little thick and maybe what not to do. Like I said, this was one of my first ones, so I learned over the time. I've been doing them for a couple years, and I've learned to minimize the thickness of these albums. So again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys like the little flip through of my 8x8 Montana 2022 album. Let's flip over. All right, here we go. Here's my 8x8 Montana 2022. Like I said, I do these spines off of my Cricut with the vinyl iron on, and it's worked very well for me. So that is kind of what I have been doing. So let's flip open. First of all, let's discuss. They say the max is 3 packages of the pages. I have 3 packages in it. It's thick. I wouldn't do more than 2. Honestly, there's 12 page protectors in each pocket or each pack that you get. I wouldn't do more than 2. So that's just my suggestion. This one, it's a little big, so I'm not gonna detail each photo because this Montana trip, it was kind of a work trip and I was doing some adventuring on my own. So some of it's kind of boring and I won't bore you with all the details. So again, here is my cover sheet, cover page. I always try to put a little Cricut title on there and one focal point picture. So here's just the beginning of our vacation / quote work adventure. And for this album, I didn't use a specific paper pack. We stopped here. This was in Minnesota, so I thought, the gingham, how perfect with Paul Bunyan and his axe. And so I thought the gingham in the wood was a really nice feature. So I kind of used the paper to match that. And so again, we drove from Wisconsin to Montana. We got stuck in North Dakota. The freeways were shut down. So we ended up having to stay a night in North Dakota, which was fun. I mean, not fun because we're stranded. We couldn't go anywhere, but it was neat to see a few different things. And the landscape was different. I've never really been through there, so that was fun. And then here we are, we're entering Montana. It was very, very cool. This is more, it was very snowy and cold when we first entered, and then as we went further west, it got warmer. So we stopped at a little national park, and hubby thought he could do some rock climbing. That was pretty fun, but you see there's no snow. It got warmer. So again, my basic concept of 8x8s, I try to have cardstock, some designer paper, a few little different embellishments, and so there sometimes I'll have all designer papers, but try to have one a little bit more muted so it's not so busy. I like to try to have the picture stand out a little bit more than the actual page. So that is always my own personal preference. Sometimes when you have a lot of designer pages, it just takes away from the photos. So, I just did a nice little 2x8-inch slice on the side and a little bit of a designer on the bottom, and that was it. I didn't do a lot of photo matting with the photos. But again, this was my first 8x8, and I got to do, I added peekaboo pockets as well. I, we were in, oh golly, why can't I remember the city? Great Falls, Montana, sorry. And there was a ton of different dams, and that's what I did while husband was working. I went and visited all the different scenic dams and did a few stops at some food shops and some different little museums. It was exciting, but it's, a little different when you're doing it by yourself. But, I just used some punches, some stickers. I enjoy these 8x8s, and I always try to get more than just 1 or 2 photos on a spread. So you'll always notice that I'm cutting smaller and trying to get more photos on there. And so yeah, this husband, he was out doing some adventuring after I had left. So we were able to, I was out there for a little over a week, and he was out there for 3 weeks. And I'm glad he was only out there for 3 weeks, because it wasn't the most exciting area, but it was very pretty. I got to see a lot of different things that I would have never been able to see if I didn't go. So, yeah, I used a bunch of different paper packs that I thought would be okay with this type of landscape for backgrounds. And, of course, I'm always using my border makers. I always throw those on. See, now this, to me, it's very busy. It kind of takes away from the photos. I should have really matted some. But again, I'm always trying to get my photos in albums to tell the story. I'm kind of out of the screen there, sorry. And that was it. So that was my little Montana adventure. Let me flip you guys back. Oh, and here on, I did a little brochure pack and put some of the different pamphlets that we got on our little vacation out there. So I will flip you guys back over. And so thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And why don't you just give me a little thumbs up if you like the video? I really appreciate it. It maybe helped my small channel. I have been doing this for a couple months, and I am loving it, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. So thank you so much, and take care. Love you guys. Bye-bye.